my entire life is a lie. Hey, so during Black Friday I got something kind of interesting, and it's the 23andMe DNA kits. No, this is not a sponsored video. I know a lot of YouTubers have been doing these 23andMe videos, but I got this on sale during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I think it was like 70 bucks. And yeah, I got the cheap one because I'm frugal. I've always wanted to try one of these things, even though both of my parents are Chinese, or at least that's what they tell me. But, you know, I'm still curious because my last name, Tham, people always think that I'm Vietnamese because it's definitely a very Vietnamese looking and sounding name, but yeah, I don't know, maybe there's some things about my family history, my ancestry that my parents have never told me, or maybe they don't even know themselves. So yeah, I got this in the mail. I'm gonna open it up and see what's inside. Opening it up is, I don't know what it is. It says, "Hi, let's get started." After that piece of paper, there's this. It says, "Before mailing, register your kit following the user instructions. Otherwise, your sample will not be processed." So, gotta remember to do that. Here's the kit right here, and on the box itself, it has little instructions at the bottom. Okay, number 1, no food or drink for 30 minutes. I think I'm okay with that. I haven't had lunch yet. I'm very hungry. Most people take between 2 to 5 minutes to deliver a saliva sample following steps 1 through 6. Here, oh my god. Here's the thing that you spit in, and I have to go all the way up here to the spill line, which seems like quite a lot. Oh, I guess I'll just spit into this. Oh, it's kind of gross. Spit's kind of gross, right? Maybe I won't show this part. I'll blur it out. It'll look like Japanese porn, okay? This is so gross, dude. Okay, I think that's good. It has a lot of bubbles, but I think that reaches the fill line, so we good. Time to move on to step 3. Ooh, it's a long one. Hold the tube upright with one hand. Close the funnel lid with the other as shown by firmly pushing the lid until you hear a loud click. The liquid in the lid will be released into the tube to mix with the saliva. Am I ready to do this? Oh god. Ooh. It's done. It's done, girl. It's gonna mix with the saliva. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's not that interesting, but yeah. Okay. Number 4, hold the tube upright. Unscrew the funnel from the tube and discard. Use small cap to close the tube tightly. Shake the cap tube for 5 seconds. Just gotta like unscrew this big part where I spit into and whoa, spit bubble, and replace it with this cap. And shake the cap tube for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now, number 5. Almost done here. Place the cap tube into the plastic bag containing the absorbent pad and seal the bag. Oh god, I'm always paranoid about stuff like this because I want to make sure I do it right, because you only get one chance, right? And this costs a lot of money. Oh god, sticky. Alright, the bag's sealed. There's no going back now. I can't redo this. The last step, step number 6, is place the sealed plastic bag into the original box, peel the strip and seal the box closed, and then ship. Here's the box, here's the bag. The bag's going in the box, and I'm gonna learn more about my DNA and stuff. So I'm gonna go ship this out and of course register my thing on their website, and I'll get back to you in, I guess, like 2 weeks, right? However long it takes to do this. So see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
2,000 years later.
So it's actually been a much longer period of time than I expected. It's been 6 to 8 weeks since I first sent in my DNA, but I just got the email saying that my reports are ready, so I'm ready to check it out and be completely unsurprised. Okay, I've been kind of lost on the website, but here I am on the Ancestry Composition page, and it's going to tell me about my DNA and where I come from. Ooh, what? So I am 99.9% East Asian and Native American, which isn't really a surprise to me, I guess, but breaking that down further, I am 87.4% East Asian, and a majority of that, 87% exactly, is Chinese. So apparently I'm not 100% Chinese. From what I know and from what my parents have told me, I am Chinese because both of my parents are Chinese. They speak Cantonese and both of their families are all from China. So technically that should mean that I'm 100% Chinese, right? Well, apparently not, because this DNA result tells me otherwise. So out of the 99.9% of me that is East Asian, 10.5% of that is Southeast Asian, which I guess includes Vietnam, Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, and other countries in that area. And that's a bit of a surprise. Well, I don't know. My dad has told me that I think his grandmother like migrated around Southeast Asia during the rise of communism because like his grandfather had fled to that area. So my grandmother or great-grandmother, someone, I can't remember exactly, someone was looking for him in Southeast Asia. So yeah, maybe this is where the blood started to mix, and I don't know. And then this very last portion, 1.9%, is broadly East Asian and Native American. I don't believe that I'm Native American, so I'm guessing it's just broadly East Asian. So as my results show, I'm not 100% East Asian, I'm only 99.9% East Asian, and apparently the rest of that, less than 0.1%, is broadly European. So long ago on this planet, far, far away, I had, I guess, an ancestor with European blood. But that was a very, very long time ago, obviously, since it's mixed up less than 0.1%, so wow. Interesting. This is cool. I love learning about this stuff. Okay, and the last percentage of my report says unassigned, and this says there is a wide range of human diversity out there, and sometimes our algorithm is unable to assign a region of DNA to a specific population. As we collect more data and update our algorithm, we expect that the amount of unassigned ancestry seen by customers will decrease. And yeah, okay, this I am not surprised about. I've heard before that these kind of DNA testing sites are not super reliable for people of Asian ancestry, so you know, I didn't expect it to be completely thorough for me as it would be like for a white person or a black person or a Hispanic person, anyone else. Okay, so that was very interesting learning about my ancestral DNA and what that means, which apparently it means that I'm not 100% Chinese, so my entire life is a lie. But I learned that there are other websites that you can upload your DNA data and they might be able to tell you more things about your DNA beyond what these websites like 23andMe and Ancestry already tell you. Because, like I said before, for Asian ancestries, it's not 100% accurate on these like more mainstream websites. So there are some other DNA websites out there that might have more information. So since we're already here, I'm gonna download my DNA data from 23andMe and upload them onto these other websites. Okay, so I got my raw DNA data downloaded from 23andMe. Now, the first place I'm at is DNA Land, and I'm just gonna upload the DNA. I uploaded my information onto DNA Land. It seems like it takes maybe a day or two for the reports to come in, so I'll get back to you on that. The last website I'm on is WeGene, and it seems like I can import the data from 23andMe here directly, so that's convenient. The WeGene one is also like processing, so less than 3 working days. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back to these websites in 1 or 2 or 3 days or whenever they're ready and just include the results in this video, because I don't want to be making multiple videos about this. I want this video to be like as comprehensive about my DNA and everything as possible, because it's redundant to do other videos. So I'll check back with you in 3 working days. Bye.
12 seconds later.
Back at it again on my lunch break. Okay, so it's been a few days and I have the results on my phone because I'm an idiot and I forgot my computer at work. But I'm gonna check out these other websites that I uploaded my raw DNA data on and see if there are any differences from what 23andMe tells me. Okay, so first up is DNA Land, and let's click on Ancestry Reports and see. Okay, Ancestry Report for Karen there. And according to DNA Land, I am 100% East Asian, and that breaks down further to 47% Central Chinese, 53% Southeast Asian, and that breaks down further to 46% Southeast Asian and 6.2% Taiwanese. Okay, so that's quite a difference, right? Like on 23andMe it said that I was 87% Chinese and only 10% Southeast Asian, but on here it says I'm only 47% Chinese and the rest is Southeast Asian. So I think a lot of discrepancies come from like how each company chooses to define like these different countries, like whether they categorize them as Southeast Asian, just East Asian, South Asian, whatever. So on DNA Land, for the Southeast Asian category, it says here that includes Dai and Lahu in China, Chinese Dai in Sichuan, Ban and Kin in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City. It seems like part of the Southeast Asian category does include different parts of China that I guess aren't Han Chinese, which as far as I know, my family is Han Chinese, so this is new information. Perhaps, I don't know, maybe my blood just includes a different part of China, or perhaps my blood is Vietnamese. Like, it doesn't really go into specifics, so can't really be sure. That's interesting. I'm not really sure what to make of this result because it was so vastly different from 23andMe's results. So, I don't know. Let's check out another website and see what they say. Move on to WeGene. And let's see here. My Ancestry Composition. According to WeGene, I am 95.73% Chinese and 4.24% South Asian and then 0.02% other. So in the Chinese category, I am 85.33% Southern Han Chinese, 5.74% Gaoshan, 2.42% Lahu, 2.22% Hmong Mian, and 0.02% others. So again, like these results are so different. Like, I'm not really sure how to interpret these. Now, let's move on to South Asian, which is 4.24%, and apparently I am 4.23% Indian. What? I don't remember exactly, but I think on 23andMe it said I was a little bit South Asian, but here on WeGene it seems to be a much bigger percentage at 4.24%, and I didn't expect Indian. My dad was born in India, but I don't believe that anyone in my family is like directly Indian. So this is weird. Okay. Like at this point, I don't know which of these is the most accurate. I don't know if any of these even are accurate. I mean, like obviously I'm Asian, but the breakdowns on all these different websites comparatively, they're so different. You know, like what is the truth, girl? What is the truth? Unfortunately, I think this raises more questions than it provides answers for, which, you know, like people do these DNA tests to find out more about their cultural heritage and their DNA ancestry. So now I have more questions that I don't even know if I can ever find the answers for. I mean, I don't think this was a bad experience at all. Like, I think this is really cool to learn about your DNA and everything, but now I'm just even more confused. Oh, am I Chinese? Am I Southeast Asian? What am I? What am I? But overall, I would recommend getting a DNA kit from 23andMe or any other website if you're curious to learn more about your ancestry, because unless you can trace your family tree all the way to like your great grandparents, and you know like all your distant relatives and where they come from, there are a lot of things that might get lost, passed down through the generations and through stories, and a lot of things you might not even be able to find out. I think this stuff is interesting. Even though I thought that I was 100% Chinese, I was still curious to find out if, you know, there was something more that I didn't know. And yeah, it's just an interesting thing that I can discuss with my parents in the future. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that if you do take a DNA test for yourself, that you can find out more answers about yourself than I did. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate ya, and I'll see you whenever. Bye!